This is Bishop Dr. Truman Berst. Master Herbalist, coming to you from Good Shepherd Ministries.
Welcome to Discoveries in Health discussion. We're about ready to start the conference. This is a discussion. This is Doc Truman. Thank you for joining us here on Discoveries in Health. Every Thursday, we come together and we talk about natural remedies. This is a place where you can ask questions. This is a place where you can get answers. And we're not prescribing, we're not diagnosing. We're simply talking about natural remedies and the historical and traditional uses of them. It is against the law in the USA to say that a natural remedies can cure anything. In other words, according to the federal government, a natural remedy cannot cure anything. The only hope you have is to continue taking their drugs. Besides that, it keeps all the politicians wealthy, and it keeps the people sick, and that's the plan. It's working just great for the politicians, and it's working terrible for the American public. And it's been that way for a long, since 1940. That's when the pharmaceutical industry came in and made the big lie that they were there to cure disease. They don't cure anything, and they keep everybody sick and suffering to death. It's a bad system, and worse, they're so proud of their horrible record and how many people they've murdered and how many people they've made sick and misdiagnosed, etc., etc., etc. If the truth was ever known, people would run away from a medical doctor. Well, and you should, because they got a terrible track record. So that's why I'm here, because I've been creating natural remedies, doing the research, and helping people for over 57 years. And so I've learned a lot, and I've helped a lot of people. And it's a labor of love for the Lord, because that's where the healing comes from. A healing comes from the Lord. It doesn't come from the pharmaceutical industry, and it doesn't even come from an herbalist, although an herbalist may be helping the works of the Lord. But the medical doctors with their poison, witchcraft, chemical medicine, the root word pharma, that's when you look up pharma, P-H-A-R-M-A, in the dictionary, it's the root word of witchcraft, because it is. Chemicals, the body doesn't recognize chemicals. This is man's invention. Man keeps trying to be God, and it's not working, never has. But still and all, and then as they're doing that, always you can tell, because they're better than anybody else. They have more power than anyone else. These medical doctors have power. They've got huge power. Pharmaceutical industry has huge power, such huge power. They have their own agency that they can give $4 or $5 billion every year. The pharmaceutical industry pays off the federal government so that they will keep this drug system in place. It's a big money maker. It keeps everybody sick to death, and they make trillions. So they love the system, and the people don't. And the people are becoming more and more aware. Our people perish for lack of knowledge, and they do. So that's why I'm here to let you know what natural remedies work. What is the best system of you taking care of yourself with natural remedies? That's the best system. And we've got the best system right here because we communicate about it. This is where you get information. This is where you bring your friends and your relatives and you say, this guy's got quite a reputation. People are, saying that they don't have cancer anymore. Now, am I claiming a cure? No, I'm not claiming a cure. I'm just saying what people say. They're telling people they don't have cancer anymore because they don't. It's gone. Diabetes, fibroid tumors, whatever it is that's going on in the body, it can be cleared up. But the medical system does not want you to know about it, so much so they make it illegal to say that there is an answer better than chemical drugs. They say it's illegal. So I'm not diagnosing and I'm not being illegal. I'm just simply talking about the historical and traditional research that's gone on that tells us what plants are used for medicine and how that medicine has worked for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Now, the medical doctors can't say that because they've only been around since 1940, shoving this down the American people's throat until they're choking on it. And people are waking up about it, and they're telling each other. They're talking about the fact that this drug system is just drugging people to death. There is a remedy for diabetes, gone in 2 weeks, but they don't want you to hear about it, and they'll tell you if you go to them, there's no such thing as a cure because there isn't, because it would be illegal. That's why there isn't a cure for diabetes. It would be if you use natural remedies, and I do, and diabetes clears up. They're not. That's not a cure. That's an accident, according to the. That's not a cure. And there's and so we've witnessed lots of accidents where people don't have diabetes, don't have high blood pressure, don't have heart disease, clogged arteries and clogged veins in the legs and so forth, gone, because there are natural remedies that take care of those problems. And there's a complete system that keeps you healthy. And that's what we teach here, is the complete system of how to stay healthy, be healthy, and get away from this depopulation scheme that is in place by our federal government that is making them rich and everybody else sick to death. So that's what I'm doing here. My name is Bishop Dr. Truman Berst. I'm a graduate ethnobotanist and a phytotherapist. I have 2 PhDs. I'm also a graduate chartered herbalist, master herbalist, master of herbology, and I'm a certified bishop as well as an ordained minister. I love the Lord because that is true health. Is a relationship with the Most High. So anyway, my telephone number, if you'd like me to be your coach, or if you'd like a free consultation from me regarding your health disorders or conditions, what you're going through, because I know how to get things set straight. And that's what I do. I become people's coach, and they call me up, and I teach them how to do this. I worked myself out of a job. And that's the way it should be. If you really ain't good at anything, you're going to work yourself out of a job. People are going to say, "Hey, you fixed it. Thanks a lot. Goodbye." We were laughing about that with Elder Rakah Shamala on his broadcast. Somebody came to him and they had cancer. Well, actually, they came to me. And I told him, well, if you don't have any money, maybe you need to go to the elders and see if the body of the church can help you. Because a lot of people don't have, even though, you can get rid of diabetes for around $1,400 or cancer, something like that. But you need to maintain an herbal system for about, 90 days. And it's not cheap. But it's not $1 billion. And besides that, even if you had $1 billion to give the MDs so that they could poison you and cut on you and everything else they like to do, they couldn't heal you. They couldn't cure you. They have no cures. So the real cure is from the Most High. It's natural remedies. And we've got somebody calling us here. Let's see what's going on. Hold on. See if we can. Yes, hello. This is Dr. Truman. We're doing an international broadcast. Would you like to join us? Oh, I lost that person. Yes, they don't want to be on an international broadcast. Okay. All right. So where are we here? Get back out of here. And that'll work. Now we're back in the room again. So that's who I am, and my telephone number is 503-362-5899. Again, my telephone number is 503-362-5899. And my email address, if you want to email me, is Truman, Truman, at herbalhealthreview.com. Truman at herbalhealthreview.com. Just like the website that we're talking about here today, that herbalhealthreview.com website is where all my work of 57 years is published, and I continually update it, and it's a lot of work. It's over 250 reports, 450 videos, screen capture. We're making a video of this broadcast as we speak. We're also making a podcast, which goes up on my Facebook page. And it looks like a few people have just came into the room. Welcome, and thank you for joining us here on Discoveries in Health. We're just getting started, and I've given people my telephone number if you want a free consultation after the broadcast is over. And if you want a free one right here, we'll do that too. So anybody who wants to ask a question or make a comment or start talking about a natural remedy for, doesn't have to be your illness or somebody it can just be a illness. Any whatever illness, we'll talk about it, and we'll talk about the natural remedies. And again, last time, my telephone number, 503-362-5899. Email address, Truman at herbalhealthreview.com. And let's get started here now on the broadcast. Let's go visit one of our favorite friends, and that would be Prophet Elijah out there at Pike Road, Alabama, at the Word of Life Ministry. And Prophet Elijah, his telephone number is 334-868-3881. Again, now I'm going to be calling on Prophet Elijah, and you probably want his number, so be sure and write this down. Prophet Elijah, out there in Pike Road, Alabama, at the Word of Life Ministry, is our official prayer partner, and I'm going to call on him here to deliver one of his opening prayers. Let's do that. 334-868-3881. Prophet Elijah. Let's go. There we go. Prophet Elijah, my dear friend, are you there? Oh my goodness, I'm glad, because I love your prayer, your opening prayers, and I would be heartbroken if we didn't do this every time on Thursday. So can you give us one of your prayers, opening prayers, sir? All praises to the Most High. Amen. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, do you have any suggestion today or topic that you're interested in, Prophet Elijah? Oh, no. Yes. Oh, my. Yes, sir, it was. Yes, sir, it was. Yes, yes, yes. So that's when they get a victim and they get a hold of somebody, and then they want to test this, test that, and they want to create so many tests. And these tests they're not accurate, and they make mistakes, and so anyway, yeah, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Hmm. Oh no. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, well, we have to, we have to use prudence and thanksgiving, and discernment, and and we got to make sure that what they want to do before they, get where they want to cut and X-raying you until you're sick. We gotta see, maybe it's a good idea to call Doc Miles, or maybe to call Truman and chat about these things. I get a lot of those kinds of calls, and we put them down before they get to the doctor, so that they're not taking their children and their family and their loved ones to the doctor needlessly. We don't need to go to the doctor needlessly. I mean, if you break a leg, go to the doctor, get it fixed, and then come on home and and don't be taking a whole bunch of antibiotics and everything that, if you need an antibiotic, find out about natural ones that aren't going to give you any side effects. Yeah, there's a place for a time when you need a medical doctor, and there's a time when you just need a good herbalist and good common sense. So, do you have any other question or topic or comment, brother Elijah? Okay, and I'm going to mention one thing. The other day you mentioned turpentine, and turpentine is a good remedy, but you can't get real turpentine made from pine. They're making it from petroleum. They're making it from oil. So that's why you don't want turpentine, and that's why it fell out of being a remedy, and nobody's using it, because it's hard to find real turpentine from pine. What's out there is just plain cheap turpentine, and it's made from petroleum. So I just wanted to clear that up a little bit, okay? All right. So we'll get into so we're going to open up the lines here now. And thank you so much, Prophet Elijah. Always a wonderful thing to visit with him every start of every broadcast and so forth, because he's just a dear and wonderful soul, and he's a glory to God. He's a glory to the Most High. So, if you have a question, if you have a topic, all you have to do is press the star key on your telephone 2 times. It'll open your microphone, and you can suggest a topic, something we should talk about, maybe something you'd like to know about it, maybe something you'd like us to discuss, or look up and do research right here, right now, because we can do that. So if you have a question, please open your mic. I see an open mic. And yes, out there in Ohio, what is your question, please? Or your topic? Yes. You can travel with it. You can even put it in your backpack. But it would be best if you put it in with your check-in luggage, just in case that they decide that you get to some countries and so forth, and they don't even want you to have a flashlight. So they might look at that box as they don't know what it is, so they're just going to keep it. So best to put it in your check-in luggage rather than carry-on luggage if you're traveling. And then just know that anywhere you go, it'll sterilize 1 quart of water that you don't have to worry about the bacteria, the virus, or the funguses, or the mold, or anything that might be in that water. In 5 minutes, that colloidal silver water generator will sterilize the water from those kinds of things. It's not going to remove heavy metals. It's not going to take not all it's going to do is attach these submicroscopic particles of silver are going to attach themselves to the bacteria, fungus, virus, mold, and kill it on contact. It's going to disable the oxygen, and that's what it's going to do. So so just know that it's great for purifying the water. But then if you really if you pick up a flu bug or food poisoning or something like that, well, that's when you break out that generator, and you hopefully you can find some distilled water that has nothing in it, because mineral water has all kinds of minerals in it. And you really want water that has nothing in it, so you can put all these submicroscopic particles of silver floating around, carrying an electric charge, hunting for viruses, funguses, and bacteria and molds, so that they can penetrate the cell and disable the oxygen and do no harm to the human body. This colloidal silver water, folks, it's absolutely wonderful. It's the safest natural antibiotic on the planet. And you can buy it. You can buy the water, but why buy the water when you have one of those colloidal silver water generators that you can make all the gallons and gallons of water for about 10 or 15, 20 cents a quart instead of $60 is what it's worth. It's worth $60 a quart, and you can make it for 10 cents or 20 cents a quart every 10 minutes. It will make 1 quart every 40 minutes, 1 gallon, and it'll just do it all day long. So talk about and it's guaranteed for life. That box never breaks. And if it does, you call them up and say, hey, my box don't work, and they fix it for you. So it's the best thing in the world for making colloidal silver water is that little device over there that's on Health and Herbs, and it's in their store. And I'm going to bring it up on the screen so that people can see it. And I'm going to just put in silver. Just type in the word silver, and it'll go find it for me. Okay, I'm there, almost. And there is silver. And I'm looking at the little colloidal silver water generator. And I'm going to click on it and bring it up so people can see what we're talking about. Because I'm making a video, a screen capture video of this broadcast, as well as a podcast. And there it is, the colloidal silver water generator, a nice little box, about the size of a deck of cards. It's got 2 silver rods, food grade, that are bent down in 1 quart Pyrex container, so that it can, in 10 minutes, produce colloidal silver water with distilled water or reverse osmosis water and less than a pinch of salt, and you're making colloidal silver water. It's number 4576, and if anybody wonders what it is, how much it costs, it's $89.95 one time. That's it. Then you got all the colloidal silver water for the rest of your life, because it'll just keep right on going. And every now and then, every 3 or 4 years, you might replace the 3 9-volt batteries, and every 5 or 6 or 7 years or more, you would be replacing the silver rods that are then worn out on both ends, because you can flip them over end to end, so you can make those silver rods last a long, long time. And did that answer your question there in Ohio? Are you with me in Ohio? I think that's it. Okay, I'll close your mic, and I'll go down here, and it looks like that maybe Doc Miles has joined us. Doc, are you there? You are here. Wow. Okay. Well, that's wonderful. How are you today, sir? 105 is pretty hot, folks. That's hot. So yeah. So oh my goodness. I hope you find a cool spot or a shady tree. Well, that'll work, and that's what you need to do when it gets that hot. Yes, sir. So, what's going on in your busy clinic, folks? This is Doc Miles, and he's got a very busy clinic in Georgetown, Texas. And I think we should probably bring it up on the screen so you can know, any of you who have a computer going there. I'm going over to his website. It is herbdoctor.net. We're going to go over to his website. So theherbbdoctor.net. And now I'm on the website, and it comes right up real fast. And I clicked on About Dr. Miles, and there it is. There's all about him. And here's his telephone number. So, folks, if you want some real good information when you've got health challenges, a good guy to consult is me, but also a good guy to consult is Doc Miles. And that is 512-868-9867. That's 512-868-9867. And his email address is the same as his name, Doc Miles, DOCMILES @outlook.com. DocMiles@outlook.com. So now you know how to contact Doc, because he's a go-to guy when you really want to know about some problems. I've had people, Doc, coming to me with shoulders that are sore, and then they tell me, well, I'm old, so I've learned to live with it. And I say, you don't have to learn to live with it. Doc Miles has got these terrific, inexpensive magnets that you place one on one side of the shoulder, the other on the other side of the shoulder, and it produces so much circulation that the aches and the pains go away. And then maybe using a little, MSM powder, maybe some joint care or some turmeric, things like that to reduce the inflammation. People think they're supposed to live with their aches and pains, Doc. Do you find that do you hear that? Hey, happy birthday. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Wow. That's amazing. Wow. Yes, sir. That's what. That's right. Yeah. There you go. So, folks, yes. Yeah. Absolutely right. So we've got an open mic over here in Georgia. Uh, they're over there in Georgia. Do you have a question or a comment or a topic? chondroitin, and yeah, and what you're doing is working. As long as we've got something, there you go. You got something that's working, and we're not poking any needles in anybody. But if doctors are getting good results with it, well, that's wonderful. Especially if it's not doing any harm, that's wonderful. I'm glad to hear that they're helping people. But both Doc Miles and myself, we work with these natural compounds with MSM and chondroitin and vitamin C and bromelain and all these good things. And and that's it. They work, and Doc's got those magnets. So wow, and as long as we're doing no harm, and it's working, well, and if the doctors have got stem cells and it's working for them and it's not hurting anybody, that's good news too. But I like what Doc Miles is doing. I like what I'm doing. It really does work. It gets rid of the aches and the pains and the frozen up shoulders and wrists and hands that are all gnarled up and so forth. There's help for these people. They just don't know it. And stem cells isn't the only answer. Natural remedies are available. Doc Miles does it every day. So do I, and it works. Okay?